All right, we continue our interviews from the first day of the collegiate athletes, but technically day number 2 of the College Gridiron Showcase. I'm joined now by James Brania-Hopp of Washburn. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. What brings you to CGS?
Just looking for an opportunity, to get noticed by scouts and F.A.N and all that, and wherever else.
How'd your college career go, do you feel?
I think I was like a late bloomer. Basically.
Late bloomer?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Late bloomer. So that kind of got me here because off of my senior year. So I think it was a good learning experience.
What position you play?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Okay, so I think we officially have our first member of the offense today. I've been talking to nothing but defensive guys. Apparently they got something to say, but you do not strike me as a wide receiver. You're quiet.
Quiet, really, that's why.
Wide receivers aren't quiet, man. Come on.
I don't have to fit into,
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. You're going to have to use stuff like that when you go in with the scouts. You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm excited whenever my name's called for that.
Yeah? What do you think they're going to ask you? Like, what do you think they're going to want to know about you that they won't see on the field?
They're probably going to be asking me a little bit about, since I'm coming out of a small school, if I believe I can compete with them, and probably about my height and stuff. If I think it's going to slow me down, and then they want to know my speed. So, but you can never really prepare for what they want to know.
For the stuff that you feel that you can prepare for, have you prepared the way that you want to give those responses so that you're not kind of stumbling over words like you would for maybe a job interview? Is that kind of the approach you've taken to something like this?
Yeah, a little bit. Some of the people I got in my circle I've worked with, they've made sure I know just little things here and there, just prep me for it. But I can never fully prepare. Every team might want to know something different from you. So.
Yeah, I hear that. So when it comes to walking in there, sitting down, and they ask you, do you feel you compete? Have you prepared that answer? Because that was the first one that you mentioned, and obviously I think that probably has to be the mentality, right?
Yeah, I believe I would just tell them that I could believe I could compete at every level. Regardless.
Keep it simple. Yeah, man, no reason not to. When you go out onto the field, though, because obviously this is kind of a three-parter. You guys had some seminars this morning, and now you guys are doing interviews with scouts, and you're going to go out there and you're going to do some showcasing. What do you want them to see?
That just that competitive edge and just a lot of technique in my route running, and I want them to see a lot of stuff that can translate over to what they would want in their offense.
There's a lot of guys going from the collegiate level to the pros. Sometimes, even during college, they'll find that maybe there's a different position better suited for their skills. We see a lot of that when it comes to the wide receiver position because you guys can also play corner or safety. Have you tried either? Is that something that you'd be open for, or are you the guy that's going to be doing the touchdown dances?
I think you could do that on both sides, but I'd love to be on the offensive side doing that, celebrating with all the guys, with all those new celebrations you can do without getting penalized. But I'm open to whatever if they think that that's where I needed to be, but I think they're probably going to keep me on the offensive side.
Yeah, because I remember, I always loved playing wide receiver, and there would be a few times that I would do corner or safety, and it's a different mindset. With a wide receiver, you're trying to make the play. With the safety or corner, you're trying to stop the play. You're trying to prevent the play from happening. Are you a guy that likes to go out there and make it happen?
That's kind of why I like playing wide receiver. I like being the guy to go make that play. I know the play's coming my way. Dictate what's about to happen and make them look bad.
Break ankles and juke them out of their shoes, man.
All that stuff.
I hear that. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Well, seminars this morning, and I know for a lot of you guys, you've heard the stuff before, but I don't know, at the smaller schools, if you guys get that kind of, knowledge dropped on you as far as finances, financial tools, and then what maybe scouts are looking for or at the draft. What did you take away from this morning? Because that's kind of the tone that they want to set for you.
It was an eye-opener for a lot of the financial stuff, which isn't really... I think it was kind of a surprise to a lot of guys, but especially for me at my school, they don't really expect a majority of people to really have an opportunity after college. So there was a lot of new stuff put out to me. It was interesting. Good to know.
What do you think is a question that could catch you off guard if one of the scouts tries to shock you?
Well, I wouldn't know because I couldn't name something that would get me caught off guard. I'd have to know.
See that. that right there. That's the kind of mindset you got to have. You're just like, well, I wouldn't know because it hasn't been asked yet.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of leaks as far as over the years. They've gotten more and more in depth with the combine and scouting and draft and what kind of questions they get asked. And one of them was like, if you were going to kill somebody, would it be with a knife or a gun? And that's such an odd question. Like if
Wow.
they were to ask you something like that, do you even know how you would respond?
Well, I wouldn't want my response to be out online if I were to answer that. So
Good
I'm not
play
gonna
there.
answer-
Good play.
I wouldn't answer that right here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. Well, you guys have, some events coming up these next few days. You guys are going to go in there and knock out these interviews, and I just want to wish you the best of luck, man. I really appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good luck, man.
Thanks.